Hello, good morning. I am so excited. Welcome to the Creative Journal Collective. This is a brand new thing that we have put together. 5 artists, 5 kits, 5 different. I always, man, I don't know how to take that off. If somebody can help me with that, I put it on there and I don't know how to take it off. Anyway, I am Lisa with Lisa Boone Designs. I am located in Madisonville, Kentucky, and today is an awesome day. First up, opened us out of the gate was Beth from Vintage Bandits Mercantile. She's actually here in Kentucky, close to Lexington. And so I just love that she joined me on this and that she opened us up. Then Liz from Liza Jane Designs was on. She is incredible, like amazing. Y'all, I interviewed her on my podcast and that just came out last week. So you can go on boonepodcast.com or you can actually get it from my website, lisaboonedesigns.com. Hi, Maureen. And you can watch the interview that I did with Liz from Liza Jane Designs. It's there. Episode 25. Good morning. Good morning, Tammy. And then, so this is a page hop. So you have to watch each live and it tells you the next artist. So the next artist is going to be Tammy from Lavender and Grace. So I'm excited about that. Thank you, Tony. It says she's excited to catch the event today. Thank you so much. I'm excited too. I am actually streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. I tried streaming into my private group, but I still cannot get it to work. And I did all of the things. So frustrating. So anyway, today's exciting. 5 artists, 5 kits. All of the kits can be found on my website. There's a page. Someone or I will later put the link on here. So what we've done is I've created. Thank you, Dolores. I'm glad you're having a fun morning. That is awesome. So I've created a kit. Let me go ahead and get this going down. Like, I don't know what. Okay, there we go. My iPad has been slow and I had to delete a whole bunch of stuff. So anyway, I created a printable. And I just realized that I cut mine up already. So I'm going to show you a couple of pages. I cut up my tags. I had an envelope. I have some stuff here. I have this. I just glued sheet music to it because I wanted to make it a little bit sturdy. It's just a pocket. I have all of these little pieces here that I cut up, which is super, super fun and, essentials for journals, right? A little envelope. I'm probably going to back that also. And so I've got these pages. Some of them I printed double-sided just to see if I was going to use them. And, of course, I printed them in the wrong direction. But it doesn't matter because I think I'm going to maybe utilize some of these for something different. So your tags come in a sheet like this. And then like the envelopes. I can't remember how many pages. Liz just used my washi tape page. And you can use it as belly bands also or whatever. I'm going to use this one as a belly band. And then some of these as washi tape. But I also use it in my signature. So I'm going to show you how I created it. Then Liz did a printable. I've already cut out some of her words. It's a 3-page printable, and she has all kinds of different words. So I've got some cut out right here that I knew that I was going to want to use. And one of her pages, I'm going to use it to back my envelope with, which I was so glad that she did that. And then, so all of these words, so good. I'm going to put this here to the side. My table is full. So then Christy from Whispering Lane. Now, if you're not familiar with her, I did a live with her a month and a half ago or so. We did ATCs together. She was a furniture painter. She switched over and pivoted, and now she's doing mixed media and junk journals. And she has an Etsy store. All of the links of every single person's kit that they're offering is on my website. And Lee, thank you. She just posted the link. Thank you, Lee. She's on the ball. Um, so this kit is vintage magazine papers and articles and like little cutouts. I mean, that takes some time. And then she fussy cut these flowers. Like, y'all, seriously, these are so awesome. This came from Christy from Whispering Lane. So I'm going to put this to the side. I didn't even open Tammy's yet. Like, packaging is incredible. I love piano rolls. I have piano rolls coming out of every fiber of my being. I have so many boxes. They're available on my website if you're interested. I love that she made copies of this. So this was actual ribbon from her mother's sewing box, and she shared it with us. How awesome is that? And then these two ribbons too, which coincide with the kit, the colors, because everybody knows that I love pink, right? Everybody knows that. Look at Beth's excuse me, Beth's box. She cut out a quilt. Look at this ribbon. Some sari silk. I already opened up another sari silk because I'm going to be using it today. Look at this. I love this for a pocket idea. She shared that, and Liz, I think, used it too. German glitter glass. Like, this is the absolute perfect color for me. Like, I am in love. Hi, Paula. I'm in love. Hi, Kathy. I'm in love, love, love with this glitter. And so I definitely have to use it. There's some buttons in here. A little vintage circle grape drink. And some, I love these. I use these all the time. And they're rose gold. These little paper clips. I usually put them in my little ATC subscription boxes too. I love these little envelopes, and look at that perfect shade of pink. Oh my gosh, that's like my brand color. So I definitely will be using those. So this was her kit, and then I pulled these out because I love this. I'm going to use this for my cover. So I want to get started on my cover. We're going to open up Tammy's here in a second too. And look at this sari silk. I love sari silk. She has a wonderful sari subscription box if you're interested. And then this is Tammy's impeccably wrapped. I love doing this when I can. I don't use the piano paper, but I think that I might do that for my mixed media kits, because I've got mixed media kits for junk journals or mixed media, and I think this is a great idea. I usually use stamped tissue paper sometimes, but I love adding ribbons and stuff like that. That's such a great idea. And I love this paper. Of course, like Liz said in the live right before me, save the ribbons. You use that for your junk journals. This would make a great closure. You can use it to embellish. You can use it for tags. I know someone was new to junk journaling on Liz's page. Hi, Liz. 13 pages in the digital. Okay, I couldn't remember what I did. I slept a little bit since then. And let me cut this. This is stuck. So yeah, she said she was new to junk journaling and she was asking about rules for signature. We're going to talk about that because I'm going to put together my signatures. I kind of have my papers together. I mean, look at that pink beauty. And I'm going to make my cover. So I've got this laid out. This is going to be my cover, and I'm going to tell you what I did. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to use that on my cover. I wanted to open this live. So I didn't open it before, but I knew it was going to be awesome. She used like washi tape. You have to be careful. This actually is in really good condition. I have some piano rolls that are very, very, very fragile. I'm gonna put this to the side. Oh wow, she gives a good amount. Wow, this is awesome. This is so good. I mean, you can use this in so many different things. Carmen from Carmen's Curiosity Shop, she made a whole journal using piano roll. So if you're looking for inspiration, go see her too. Oh, this is so pretty. can you guys see this? Maybe I need to move this a little bit this way. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. All right, so lots of book page. Uh-oh. Hold on, because I want that. I want that. All right. I can use that in my envelopes. I love bingo. Reminds me of my childhood. Oh, this is awesome. And there's a quilt. Look at that. Oh, I love this bag. I'll use that in my journal for sure. Guys, you can get a kit just like this just by going onto my link. Look at that. A key. You can have that as a dangle. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side. Is there anything else in there? I think there's... Is there? No. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. I love the... See the sound. I love that sound. And we could stamp on there. So these cards are... Oh, this is good. You can make tags out of that. Now, Tammy did an incredible junk journal January. And she used time cards. I loved her, put these vintage postcards. I loved her journal that she made. So inspirational. She is very, very talented. And like I said, she's coming up next. So be sure to follow all of these ladies. We're going to be doing a giveaway. So, oh, I love this. Look at that pattern. We're going to have to figure out different ways of incorporating some of that. I love him. No, I have some, and I always use them. Ooh, look at that handwriting. I love handwriting and script. We're going to have to use that as a signature. I love this school paper with this blueprint. Woo! Ooh, wallpaper. I've got tons of wallpaper. I put them in my kit also. And I love using graph paper. And I meant to grab some, so I'm just going to go ahead and take one. Look at this. Okay, we'll have to utilize these papers. Are these avocado dyed, or did you use ink, Tammy? Let me know. Okay, I'm going to put these to the side. What an amazing kit. Y'all, sign up on the website. Go over there. All of the links from all the 5 artists will be there. So, Christy sent her magazine cutouts with 2 of these sandwiched. So, I cut it up in half. I actually, because it's dark brown, I glued on white copy paper, just white copy paper, because I want to use fabric. Really, it's cheesecloth. I was toying between this fabric that's a little bit thicker and it has like a little like tone on tone design. But then I decided I kind of want this cheesecloth. And so it's going to get messy and I might regret it, but that's what I'm going to do. So I often use cereal boxes, or I cut up boxes that I get for my journal covers. I've got duct tape here. I'm going to do a soft spine. And then when I'm done, it's not today because it'll take me a minute. Once I glue this on and let it dry, I'm going to put some, like, it'll be like this. It'll be some kind of a lacy or crocheted spine. So it would look like that. And that always looks so beautiful with your signature. So that's my intention. So I glued the paper. I'm going to use the inside, right? Let me make sure. Okay. And I'm going to put this on. I have this kind of there. Let me see. I've been having a time with this duct tape, I'm going to tell you. Because I keep getting stuck to it. So I'm going to save some space right there. I'm actually doing 3 signatures. Sometimes I do 1, sometimes I do 2, 3. I've not done any more than 3, to be honest. And then I'm going to take another duct tape. another piece of duct tape. And let me see. You can cut it with your finger, but I'm just cutting it like this. Okay. And then I'm gonna, you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna take my Fabri-Tac and I am gonna put a little bit of glue. Cover this Fab-Tac. Let me tell you, I didn't cover it, and this is expensive. I didn't cover it all the way one time, and the entire thing bubbled up. I have ruined art glitter glue that because it wasn't covered up. Brand new bottle, so I had to get more. All right, so I'm just gonna put this right over, and I'm gonna use my bone folder. Make sure I get it all the way. And I didn't do it on the bottom part, but that's okay. And I'm going to go like this. I'm going to crease this. This is where my cardboard is, because I want this completely sealed. Completely sealed. And so I'm going to just join this on the back. A lot of times I've done bigger ones, and I'll just sit on the floor and I cut up my paper or my cardboard. All right, so I'm going to let that and see how it lets you fold it. It's a soft spine. I have plenty of room for my 3 signatures. And then I will cover this up with the cheesecloth. So I'm going to let that just dry for a minute. Fab-Tac is great. You can use it on paper. It's meant for fabric. I am going to cut these, by the way. But it's silicone based. So there's a 3-in-1. It's the same thing. And it doesn't wet your paper. But that is an expensive way. I'm not going to lie. It's an expensive way to do your journal. I've done several journals with just Fab-Tac. And it definitely is an expensive way to do it. But that thing ain't going anywhere. You know what I mean? It's like, it's set. All right, let me cut this. You also could have glued one side down to strengthen the top, but I think we're going to be okay. So I hope that you're enjoying this collective. It's completely different. There are a lot of junk journal collaborations. You're not lazy. You're just right on time. Hey, Christy. And, you know, everyone has something to offer. We're all doing what we do. Everyone has a different take on it. Everyone's using different bits and pieces. We're adding from our own collections, you know, which is, hey, Cynthia. Cindy Watts from the local radio station, my friend. Thank you. Good morning. So, like I said, you could even had a print on here because this will show. See, and the reason that's why I put the white copy paper, because I didn't want the dark. So if you use the regular, see how it would be a darker cover, and that's okay. I just wanted a lighter cut. I wanted a lighter cover. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut. I have my fabric scissors. All right, so I'm gonna cut at an angle. Probably could have cut a little bit less fabric, but it doesn't matter. I love the sound of scissors on the table cutting. It reminds me of my grandmother. She was a seamstress, and Liz was sewing on her live, which I absolutely loved. And she said, I'm sorry for the sound. And I'm like, I love that sound. I love the sound of the sewing machine. So here's what I'm going to do, because this is going to be messy. I'm going to use my Fab-Tac I'm going to go like this. And I do have a glue. I don't know how well this will work. I've never used this with the Fab Tack. I'm just trying to get it evenly spread because I'm using cheesecloth, which I've never done. It's gonna go everywhere. I wanted to do it the other way, but I'm gonna turn it. Wait, I moved it. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. It's two layers of it, and I'm thinking that it's thin enough that it would go through the 2 layers. So I'm gonna, actually that worked really well. That worked really well. All right, let's try it again. Let's see how well it works again. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Any one of the girls will come on here too if they're on here. I know Tammy's probably won't be on the whole time because she's probably going to be prepping for her live coming up next. Each one of us are going to be looking at everyone who's participating in the event, and people are going to be chosen to be put into a drawing. So Christy's going to be the last artist, and she's done at 1 o'clock. So I'm just going to stretch it at 1:30. I'm going to come on live. Hey babe, you didn't go hunting today like you said you were. Today's well, not today, but it's turkey season right here in Kentucky, or at least in our county. So that worked really well. So I've got the 2 layers because cheesecloth is so thin, and if I need to touch up anything, I can touch it up. And so what I'm gonna do is bring in my corners. So like I said, each artist has different offerings. They're going live, and then at the end at 1 o'clock, I'm going to come on live and I'm going to draw a winner. So how do you enter? Comment, participate, comment. It's a little bit thin right there. I think I may have moved it. I cut it, but that's okay. It'll work. It'll work. Comment, like, share. I'm not supposed to say the S word, but I'm saying it so that you understand, because I said the other day, well, I say a lot. I say sprinkle, and someone asked me, what does sprinkle mean? It just means share. So many beautiful things in each artist kit. Yes, Maureen, they outdid themselves. Here's this thing. I have this thing that, I feel like relationships should be mutually beneficial. Meaning, not that I'm trying to get mine, but that I'm helping somebody, and, we're helping each other. I love helping people, and I love coming together to do collaborations. And there's so many beautiful collaborations. I mean, we do the ATCs, and I do that with Amanda, Grace, and Michelle. And, we do a great job. I love what we're doing. And there's a lot of junk journal collaborations. Beautiful people. I was just a part of a collaboration on Monday. We did a big page hop, and it was super fun. But I, had this idea of doing something a little bit different where everybody gets to benefit and everybody has a piece of the pie, so to speak, and we build each other up, build up our audience together and grow, and, hopefully maybe teach a lot, inspire people. And I'm hoping that maybe we can get some sales for everybody, because we're small businesses. Let's be honest. We're here to, make money. It's not about money, everything, but we are doing this as a business. And so how can we all help one another grow in all the different ways. And so we are each offering something completely different to like you can use for this kit. You can use it, I mean, to make a journal for this journal. I've got glue everywhere. Or for future journals, for other paper crafting ideas. There's so much. If you got each kit, and they're all affordable, if you got each kit, you can, coffee dyed? Okay. You can create so much. There's so much here that, especially if you're starting out and you don't know where to get the vintage stuff, you don't know how to do on any of this stuff, this is a great way to just start or build your stash. That's the intention, where you can get inspired to learn different ways of doing things. And I'm going to let this dry and see where I'm at. So this is part 1. I'm going to let this dry. Let me show you what I'm going to be doing. I will use Tammy's little flower here. Where's my ribbon? This is what keeps happening. I cut papers yesterday and I was like, where's that paper? Where did I put it? See, what Liz was talking about that, and I'm thinking, I do this all the time. I know it's on this table because I had it separate. Oh, okay, I picked it up and I put it in here. So what I want to do is, whenever you make a journal, you need a closure, and you need to think about, how am I going to close this journal? So sometimes I get so excited and I get ahead of myself and I forget to put on my journal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sari. Look at this sari. You can open it up. You can cut it, make it smaller. You can iron it. You can leave it all wrinkled. I like to leave it wrinkled. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize this sari. I'm actually going to cut. So now I've got another piece, which is perfect. I'm going to glue this down. So let me do that first. I'm going to glue this down. I think I want it. I got this from Grace. So this is what's great about your friends, right? Following different people, get different ideas. And it's so funny. I do this with everything else, but when I was doing my journal, I was doing it in the middle. But I love the rule of thirds, and I didn't think about that until Grace. I was watching. Yes, that makes totally sense, because that's how I usually do things. So I'm going to take my Fab Tack glue. I'm going to put my sari silk down, and I'm going to show you my signatures here in a second. So stay tuned. Again, you're gonna have all kinds of wonderful ideas today. I hope you'll watch everybody and have a lot of fun doing it. I think Lee put the link so that you can see all of the beautiful offerings. They're all on my page. So then look at this beautiful fabric. This is from my girl Beth. So look at that. So now, okay, wait, I thought I moved it so that there we go. Hi, Pat. So I'm going to use this, and I see that edge, that frayed edge. I love it. In a perfect world, I would have liked to have sewn it together and sewn around, like sewed the cheesecloth, sewed this on here. But I've talked about this the last couple of lives. Should I do this under? No, I think I'm going to do this like that. This would be great sewn on here too. Look at that. That is so pretty. Or should I do it up here? Let me see. Let me see what I want. Yeah, I think I want it on the top. And then maybe find something that's pink. I have a pink little flower, and put a pink flower on there. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to take my my flower. I'm going to start gluing it. And then I love the layered. So Monday on the page hop, Vintage Daisy, Michelle Hill, she did an awesome job with a journal. It was a live called Inspired by Beauty. And she actually did a journal cover. Oh, it was amazing. Like, amazing. Oh, she's on here. I didn't know you were on here. And she did a ruffled, layered cover. And I thought, I've never tried that. I've got to try that. But all of my stuff is, because I was in the store and I had a lot of stuff there. We had to close the store last minute, and I brought everything home, and I'm living in extreme chaos. So Monday I did the live, I signed up for it, and I thought, what in the world was I thinking? But I'm glad I did it. I'm very glad I did it. But literally everything is in chaos. I'm not going to glue that. I'm going to wait because I want to do my signature, and I want my stitching to be inside. I just decided that. So this is going to be like my cover. I'm going to add some stuff, and I might stamp here. I don't know. I'm going to put this to the side and let it dry. I'm going to put this here on this table. Okay. So I've got lots of stuff here, trying to figure some out what I'm doing. I've got some envelopes. I love using envelopes in my junk journals. I coffee dyed a ton of paper, not a ton, but a lot of paper yesterday. And I like torn edges. I don't like things straight. Another thing you could do is you could stitch your edges, like it makes them look really, really pretty. But I like a torn edge. And I grabbed a couple more. I wish I wouldn't have cut the edges because I wasn't thinking. I need some papers as backings so that for journal cards. So I'm going to utilize some of these. So let me show you what I did. I coffee dyed right here. So it smells like coffee. Everything smells like coffee right now. And I put wax paper down. And I put my papers down. Well, I took the wax paper that has coffee on it. I love the sound. I glued these to make little pockets. So this is going in my page, in my journal as a page. Then I took this other one. I made pockets down here and closed it up. So I'm going to put these in my signatures. What's a signature if you're new? Signatures are your papers that go inside of your journal. And you can take it and you can put them together. I'm going to do 3 signatures. So these are just extra papers that I have, specialty papers that I purchased for another junk journal kit that I have on my website that I have yet to do a video for, but I will. Since I'm going to be home now, I'm going to have a lot more time and I can focus. So that's the next journal I probably will do on a live once I'm done with this one. So these are really cool papers, and I thought, oh my gosh, the colors are perfect. Hey, Stephanie, I miss you too. Oh, girl, Stephanie's watching from YouTube, and she has been going through so much. Oh no, Stephanie, I'm so sorry. Y'all pray for Stephanie. She's going through some stuff. So this is my printable. So all of these pages, I printed, and this is what I did. I printed them not best. I printed them just good. This is a good project you can do in bed. Absolutely. This is what I love about it. It doesn't matter where you are. You can do this in a car while you're driving. Get a little tray. So some of them, like I said, I printed front and back. And see, this was my faux washi, but look at how pretty it would look as a page. But I printed more than one. I printed 2. Yeah, I just printed 2 copies. But what's great about printables is you can print them over and over and over. I'm buffering? I don't know. And so I've got all of these. So this one I decided to, I coffee dyed. Let me tell you about the coffee dyeing first. Or let me tell you about this, and then I'll tell you the coffee dyeing. So I did it this way instead of doing it that way. So, you know, make it your own. So I have all of these sheets. These are my actual pages. So some of them are duplicated and some are not. I folded them in half. And see, this one I had intended on making it my cover, and I'm so glad that Liz made it her cover. I love that page. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these pages, and then I'm going to start making my signatures as I talk to you about the coffee dyeing process. I wish that I had a color toner printer, but I don't. So I'm just going to incorporate these. So when you have an inkjet printer, what you want to do is be careful because it can bleed. So I put my paper space down, I brush on the coffee lightly, and then I dry it with my gun. I have to keep it right here, and I dry it so that it doesn't seep through to the other side. Now, some of my pages, you can actually see the print on this side. It's because it got wet. And so you love being part of my thought process. Yeah, I love hearing other people's thought processes too. So anyway, so be careful and know that if you put too much water down, your ink will bleed. So that's why I really, really want a toner printer, a color one. I have a couple of black and white ones. And so anyway, so I'm just putting my pages in like that. So that makes a signature so that when you open it up, you're gonna, that's upside down though. Okay, I need to do it the other way. And I like having different size papers. I like seeing different edges, different, like I said, different sizes. I also like putting envelopes inside of my signatures. So I take the junk journal. I take the, not junk journal, my junk mail. So I got this from Beth. So this is all Beth's doing. Beth got me on this rabbit hole trail. And, now I'm hooked. Now I've got way too much paper and don't know what to do. So like Liz, I'm trying to limit how much I keep. And I've been throwing stuff away, trying to organize. I still have a bunch of totes that I have to go through. So that's going to be like my weekend. So this is just an envelope that my daughter had gotten. It got ripped here in the top. See that? So I can't find my other paper trimmer. And then by chance, I found this one. And I thought, oh, good. Because I wanted to cut it pretty straight. And I don't know what anything is. I'm still organizing. So I'm going to throw that away. So now this can become a pocket. You can do it any which way, but I'm actually going to fold it in half. And I'm going to trim off just a piece of this. It's not my favorite paper cutter, but it's working. So see, now I've got a pocket on each side. So I'm going to fold this in half. And it's got glue. I just took the sticker off from the label. So now I can incorporate this any which way in my journal. And if you're new, you're asking, well, why would you do that? How would you do that? You can see it's an envelope. We're going to cover this up, y'all. We're going to cover it up. So I want to do that first. And then I also like using hymnal paper just randomly. And see how it's a different size? And it just makes like a nice page. You can collage on there. You can add stuff to it. You could add like a little transfer, just make it decorative. Or you can put a little coffee, like a little page in the center, and it could be a journaling page. So you make it your own. And so this is my idea. I'm going away to Michigan in a couple of weeks to a creative artist, to a Christian creative conference. And So I'm thinking that this, see how I like that layered? This is going to be the journal I'm going to take my notes and thoughts and put it all together. So perfect timing. So, okay, so that's going to be a journal. So I'm just going to quickly, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong way. They all don't have to look the same. You can do anything that you want to do. It does not have to look like anything. And then, oh, I wanted to do this too. I wanted to incorporate the waxed paper. It just adds a cool element, you know, it just adds a cool element, and you can put it anywhere in there. A lot of times I will put an envelope in the middle of my signature, and you can hide your stitching that way. So I've done that. So you just put an envelope, open it up, and then you seal it, and then you can't see the stitching. So there's one signature. Oh, I've got to use some of Tammy's papers also. Let me see how I can incorporate some of Tammy's papers. And I have, that's for that one, because I think this is so great. I love this, and I love the perforation there, like can you see that? Who's after me? Tammy, Lavender and Grace. I can you put your Tammy's on here? Can you please put your link? Switcher Studio does not let me put a link. I hate that, but I can go back after my live. So this is how I tear my paper. I'm gonna tear this. I'm actually gonna tear this smaller because I want to utilize this. I love the way that she dyed this paper. So I'm definitely, and the sound of paper when it's been wet, man. I love that. I love the color. So I've got to, I wish I had 3, because I'm doing 3 signatures. Where's my bone? There it is. One of the many bone folders. So I'm going to chop off a piece of this one also. I think I'm going to do this one in half-ish, so that I can use it on my 3rd signature. Hello, yes. And then it might be too long, but I can trim it. Okay, so then you just put your pages together. I'm definitely going to use this paper. And then let me see how do I need to cut it. Actually, I might not have to. I'm just going to put it like that so that it's in the middle. That looks really good. I love graph paper. And then I'm putting this one in. Oh, I need more coffee dyed papers. And see, this is so cool. So like, you might also ask, like, what do you do with the junk journal? Anything that you want. It could be an art journal. It can be for storing your thoughts. Hey, Carmen, for storing your thoughts. You can post, you know, like a travel journal. Like you can have, I think I want this inside, like all of the travel and the memorabilia. Like I'm going to Michigan, so like on my way, if I stop somewhere, I'm gonna take some stuff and I'm gonna put it in my journal. I didn't even count how many pages are in each. Usually I do try to have the same amount of pages, but you know, like there's no rules, and that's what I told the other girl. There's no rules. Let me see. I'm just going by feel. So this looks good. So I'm going to save these. Okay, wait. I need this Tammy's paper. I think I like this. as the, like the signature starter, you know? So each signature opens up and it's a little bit different. I do need an envelope. So this is my book, y'all. So this is it. So what we would do is we would, I have my thing to the side. Let me see if it's dried. We would sew this in. And by sewing, I mean literally sewing this in. And so this would be put in to my journal. And see, and then here's how I would close it. I would tie this, and how cool is that? So when you open it up, look at that. How awesome is that? This is how books were always made. They were sewn in. And if you look at old books, you can see the signatures, and then they're all compacted, and you can't really tell that there's signatures in there. Sometimes they're glued, but a lot of times they're sewn in there. And so what we'll do is we'll sew it in. At 1:30, I'm coming on live again, and I'm going to draw the winner of a creative journal collective kit. So I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. So I will sew it in later, but I want to just work a little bit on some of this. So we're at 10:46. So just so you can get an idea, I definitely want to incorporate some envelopes. So I have different size envelopes. I like to see the window because then I can create a tag. So like, let's say for example, if I want this to be in here, I folded it in a way that it's going to fit in my journal. Love watching all the creativity you're all sharing. Oh, awesome. Welcome Home Interiors with Diana Saunders. Awesome. So we're going to cover these up. But see, like here is where I can put a tag. And what do you use a tag for? It could just be something pretty, or it could just be something with an inspirational quote. You can have a journal spot. It's like, this is a perfect piece of paper that I saved where I could actually journal on the back of it. So here is an idea. Like this, my daughter bought an organizer. So it's a bamboo organizer from TJ Maxx, right? This was on the outside of it, right? She cut that up. She's like, Mom, throw that out. You're not keeping it. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to use it as a tag. I like a sturdy tag. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut this up. And we're going to use this as tags. We're going to use my junk mail. I have these papers too that I want to use from Tammy. So I'm going to put these to the side because I love that. And I love the piano roll. And we're gonna glue and we're gonna have fun. I want to use some of that as well. Okay. So see how it's coming together? My stomach is growling. It was really loud. All right. So I'm going to move these for right now. So I want you to be able to see them. I have this little kit, and I have all on my website, I think. And I have a whole bunch of these needles, the large needles, and this bone holder. And so I might throw in some extra stuff. I have these in my kit. I have the junk journal kit, and I have like a needle and the wax thread and all of that available too in another kit. Like I love this stuff. It's so much fun. All right, so I'm going to put that there. I have this. So look for more lives. I don't know if I can do it next month. The girls were asking me. They want to do it again. I think I need a minute because I'm going on that trip and I have the ATC subscription boxes that have to get mailed. Tammy from Lavender and Grace. Please somebody put the love sewing. I love sewing. I did pull out my sewing machine. I'm part of another collaboration with Amanda from Simply Filmmazen Art. and I did a cool thing that I've done before, and it was super, super fun. And I pulled out my sewing machine and I had so much fun doing it. And then I brought it home because I had brought it to the store to be able to record this tutorial for her collaboration. And my bobbin fell to the floor, and guess who stepped on it? Me. I stepped on it. I was so upset. So, and I just put all the thread in the bobbin, like I, filled it all up. So all that's wasted. I kind of broke my bobbin. So I've got to set up my space so that I can have a place where I can craft and sew and do lives, and that's what I'm working on. And I see the light at the end of the tunnel, so I'm getting excited. Is this the same? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to see, I like a sturdy card. You can do all kinds of things. So like if you don't have cardstock like this, this is another, like the advertisements, like what she was saying on her live, Beth, it's the season where you're going to get a lot of junk mail because of people sending you stuff to vote for them. This paper or just things that you buy and it comes with different materials, the paper is really, really cool. And so you can utilize it like, like for example, like I'm going to go ahead and glue these two pieces together. And when you glue the pages together, like it doesn't matter, it's natural gas. This was from Atmos. I'm not going to, usually you throw this out, right? So instead of throwing it out, and that's a nice big paper, you can use that as even a page in a journal. Like this is huge. But so I'm adding layers. So I can go ahead and glue this on, and then you glue on another, and it's not as sturdy, but let me see. Let me maybe do another layer. Because I like the glue, I like them pretty thick. I like to feel them substantial weight. You can also do what Liz did and you can print on cardstock, but if you don't have cardstock, or if you don't have a printer that will print on cardstock, one of my printers, I finally got a new one, and I haven't tried the cardstock on it because my color printer is a pain in the booty, and sometimes it doesn't want to print correctly, and then sometimes it prints on cardstock and sometimes it doesn't. But see, the weight of the paper and then the glue makes it more sturdy. So now I can take my tag, and I often don't use printables. I love designing printables, and so I'm trying to utilize them. I've bought lots of printables too from other beautiful people that are very, very talented. But I'm trying to use some printables. It's not true junk journaling when you use printables, but I like to incorporate the printables and the junk journaling aspect and, play with it. And then when I cut this out, I can reinforce it yet again by having this in the back. So that's what we're going to do. I'm at 10:54. It's always the fastest hour whenever I do a live. And I'm excited because Tammy's next. She is amazingly creative. You're going to love what she does. I know it. And then Christy from Whispering Lane, she's going to obviously close us out because she's the last one. So I gave it away. And then I'm going to cut a hole here. So how awesome would this be in your journal? And you can make them really big and fat. And see, you can have this sticking out with the little bit of lace here. You can cut it out, make a tab, or the sari silk. I love using tabs like that. And then you just write on the back. And see, I can write on this one. I can leave this just like this. But I tell you what we'll do is we'll ink this. Because I like to ink. And I'm actually, while I finish watching everybody's lives, I am going to ink all of my pages. It just is better for me. And then the other thing that you can do is I like just adding like smudges. You can stamp or you can add a little like washi butterfly. No, Robbie. I don't know. Hey! When one starts, there's 4 of them. So I apologize in advance. Quiet, Ginger. Ginger. So you can do that. So you can add different things. I have all of my washi tapes here that I'm going to be embellishing my journal with. Quiet. Hey. Rummy. There must be somebody outside. Somebody's outside. So you can embellish with washi tape. I've got them on my website. I'm gonna do that with my envelopes, and I will show you the journey. I'm waiting for this to dry. You want your glue to dry before you cut it up. Shh. Hey. See, I've got some lace here. Like, look at this. I have a little piece of lace. This is what it would look like as a little tab. I love that. So if you don't want to cut out that hole, you could just cover it up with this and make a little tab. And that looks perfect. Let's do that. And I'm going to use the Art Glitter Glue. I mean the FabTech glue. I hope that you guys are enjoying this. Definitely look for future collaborations like this, because I think that it is awfully special to bring people together to do this, have the same tools, do it their own way, using their own stuff and their own, you know, tried and true methods, or maybe they're going to get inspired to try something new. Because when you're using somebody else's tools, like, you start thinking about things differently. Like, it's so easy to use your own tools because you're used to them. Like, we talk about this when we do the artist trading cards. Hey, Sandy, you're not late. You're fine. I just saw, I'm sorry. I didn't say hello to you. I didn't see you. Oh, well, wait, there we go. So see how pretty that will look? So once I cover this envelope up like on all sides, like, this envelope could be a place where you could journal. It could be something just pretty to look at. But then you're going to have these pockets. And so what I'm going to do is I like to line my paper. I like to line my envelopes with paper so that it looks pretty when you take the tag out, and then have something really decorative there. And I actually, well, I had this, okay, this example. This is another envelope that I want to use, and I'm going to put this in here. But I measured this. Let me cut this real quick. No, Rummy. Oh my goodness. Rummy. I don't know what they're barking at. Sorry. So I'm just going to cut this. Ginger. Gosh. So I'm going to cut my envelope, and then I'm going to utilize it. So guys, follow all of the people. I'm going to keep working on mine. Sorry about my dogs. And then I'm going to come back on at 1:30 and draw a winner. So like, comment, share all of the lives, and go ahead